So, you want to be a better DM, is that right? Well, I've been doing this for about 12 years now, and I'm going to share with you 6 tips I use to start every campaign. Not only that, in this very video, we will be seeing a real-life player build a character, and just see how backstory roles and attention to detail within a campaign can make the difference. But that is near the end of the video. Today, we are going to be going over these. Number 1, probably the most important, is... This one is very simple. Also, it's the shortest, and most people hate it. It is Session 0. Yes, Session 0. A lot of DMs out there hate Session 0, but it is of utmost importance because Session 0 leads into all the rest, all 5 other parts of our strategy today. It is incredibly important, not only for just getting to know your players as people, which can help you manipulate them as a DM and make the story a lot more exciting for them, but also to just know their characters and to build their characters properly. So set aside an extra long session, maybe 5 to 7 hours if you got really patient players who are really dedicated to your campaign. I know I am blessed with those. And simply just work out their characters. This is of utmost importance. And going into... Step number 3. This one, very simple. Experiment with the system. If it's a brand new system that you've slaved over for hours making, taking time and making it as complex as possible and in-depth as possible, and the players don't know anything about it, force them to engage with it in character creation. That's the best place. Session 0, once again, like I keep calling back to, is the perfect place to do this. At the end of the video, you'll see a full example of this. You will see a full example of a character being made and just what character creation roles and backstory roles, which I will get into in the next part, can do for a player. Doing something like this is absolutely important and will allow them to organically mesh with the system you have made. If you're just doing standard 5e, well, get them introduced to the rules you personally play with. It's a little bit difficult at times, and it can be somewhat frustrating, but it's the best thing to do if you want to know exactly how your players play, and the best thing to do if you want to make the story engaging for them. Just put a sheet down in the middle of the table going over maybe the fumble chart, but make sure in Session 0 you go over all of it. It is very important to go over every fumble chart, critical hit chart, limb missing mechanics, eye missing mechanics, any of that in Session 0. That is why it is always important, and I cannot stress it enough. Alright, on to part 12 years. Part number 4 is simple. Backstories. Backstories are something that allow your players to be in the world. Literally. It is your player's soul, line, and connection to the world. As you will see in the example video at the very end, which I will mark with a timestamp, it is a really good thing to give the players a sense of immersion. Let's say what I do is I personally use a combination of Xanathar's Guide and Hero Chronicles, slap them together, and make my own version of all the charts to fit within the world. So, let's say a older female character has gone missing in the character's backstory. It's up to them what happened, but if they'd never give you a clear answer, say, hey, can I integrate your backstory into the world? If they say yes, that's your ticket. That's your key to do what you want. An old female character has gone missing. A human. Well, there's a backstory with a similar story, similar premise, similar concept. Link them together. Link those two together. Even if the backstory and the side quest are somewhat similar, make it fit. You can always rewrite things, and you can always change something the players have not seen yet in the world. It is very important that you do this directly after Session 0 in the following weeks, before it. There's no shame in having 2 Session 0s either. No shame at all. Sometimes we just need to get prepared and make sure everything is alright. For me, it takes about 2 hours to make a character's backstory before we even get into the rolling of their stats and abilities. So it takes a long time, usually about 4 to 5 hours for a full character. Backstories and powers and all. But at the end of the video, you will see a very compressed version of that. As we go on through the campaign, your players will absolutely love it when you get their backstories involved and you make their character feel like they're part of the world. Have plot twists. Maybe that old woman that went missing didn't go missing at all. Maybe she left, disappeared into a crime syndicate. Now she works for, I don't know, Xanathar himself, that's part of his gang. Something along those lines. Players love it when you do that. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. And players have more fun than anything when they feel like they're in the world that you have created. Alright, next on to part 12. Backstory NPCs. That's step 5. Flesh them out. After session 0, as a DM, go back and kind of flesh out and give names to all the NPCs that your characters have in their backstories. Player characters love it when you do this. Once again, getting the backstory involved is a really big thing for a lot of players. They love it. In the campaign I am doing right now, on the side, just with my friends, it is a campaign set in the Naruto universe. This is a perfect example, as one of the things the players did immediately was go talk to their mother. They thought that she would be a lot wiser and a lot smarter on a problem they were having trouble solving, and turns out she was, because I made her like that in advance, and the players, well, they just got lucky and had a mother who knew exactly what she was doing with the problem they had at hand. They love doing that stuff. Doing this stuff and fleshing out backstories is important. Now, I know there's a controversy. Having NPCs in the party feels unnatural and strange. I'm here to dash that. I don't usually give my players NPCs in their party, and when I do, it's usually from backstory rolls or they earn them through a lot of roleplay and a lot of convincing. That's usually how I have NPCs, but to be fair, how I DM, the players aren't the heroes. The players are just people in the world, and quite frankly, other people in the world want to stop the villains too. I know a lot of people don't do that kind of stuff, but that's what I do. And I have players interact with NPCs in combat. Have them be in the party, have them competent. Hell, I even level them up if they're important enough. Have them be in the party, maybe have their own unique skill tree, or have them have some unique ability from their backstory that they roll. And that brings me in to step number 6, which is probably the most important when it comes to creating backstories in session 0. That is 12 year roll backstory rolls or create backstories for every NPC. Now, I know it sounds strange, but hold on, let me explain. What I do is I have template NPCs. Let's say I create a blacksmith. An old man who's looking for his son. His son has recently gone missing, and now that he is so old, he doesn't have anyone to take over the forge for him. I won't put that NPC in one specific place. I've made a backstory for him, but when the players go to find a blacksmith, maybe I'll randomly grab that NPC out of the massive amount of blacksmith NPCs I've made, and bang, there's a side quest. Right there. Pick an area, and then design it, and then bang. You have an entire side quest right there that you have just made from nothingness over the course of a single session. Now, if the players decide to get on the side quest quickly and go very fast, you can easily just slap down an area and slap down some enemies, and bang, you're done. I don't usually do this. I'm very calculated as a DM, and I can predict my players very, very well, but I can't always do that. So on occasions, I will do that and have the side quest be done. That is the 6th and final step to the most important things you can do as a DM in session 0 and at the beginning of a campaign. It is incredibly powerful. The steps, if followed properly, can be insane. So look at it like this. We have 1. Set up the session. Set up session 0 and set up the world. 2. Inform the players. 3. Get those backstories out. Understand them and get the options out. 4. Understand the player's surroundings. Understand their backstory. 5. Make NPCs fit their backstories. Integrate them into the world. And 6. Make those NPCs as fleshed out as a player. Make templates if you need to, and understand proper world building techniques to save time and not cause yourself massive headaches. That right there is how I personally DM. But you're not me. So, before we get into the actual creation of the character, I'd like to say form your own style. These are only tips that I personally use in my everyday DMing style, but some people don't need to do this. Some people can just do whatever, have fun with it. But if you want to try and get serious about your DMing, this is probably the best way to go about this. That's probably the best. Thank you. Now let's get to character creation, but before I send you over there, I'd like you to please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, it helps the channel out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. I'm looking to get to 100 subscribers pretty soon. And if you'd like to follow my Twitch channel down below at 50 followers, I am doing Black Ops 3 on realism difficulty from level 1. So, on to the character creation. And here we are. Here we are doing a live interview with someone about to make their character with a real-life character and a real-life player. As me, as their DM, as you can see right here. How are you feeling over there, player?
Life character.
You may recognize this player. He's one of the players from the very campaign we're making this character for, which is the My Hero Twisting World campaign. Check it out in the description below. Thank you. Okay. Let's go over this then, shall we? Ready?
Hi, Captain.
Alright. So, in this system, the most important thing to do is roll your quirk if you want one. So would you like to roll a quirk today?
Yeah.
Usually you guys like the quirks that you roll, so go right ahead. Roll it. Don't get a 1.
Hey, we'll see what it's replaced with. Don't tempt me.
The pentagram here will show you what he rolls.
82.
82. So, for those of you at home, I've created 100 different quirks on this chart. It has taken me a while.
200.
Well, technically. There's 100 on the current chart.
Yeah. He has spares.
Yeah, I have spares in case someone rolls something repeatedly, but I really doubt that's going to happen. So, 82. Let's see what we got for 82 here. So, looking on the chart... What the fuck is that? Hold on, let me read his description real quick. An 82 is something called... the...
86.
How do you pronounce that? The fecundum body. Fecundancy body. It's the fecundancy. It's fecundancy, sorry. It's the fecundancy body. Fecundum? What the hell is that? Fecundancy. It's... Okay, so let me explain this quirk. I usually, for everyone at home, I just give them a rough description of what the quirk does, and then they can decide if they want it. So, fecundancy body does something very simple. It's basically a cloning quirk. The drops of your blood are able to create trees which produce fruit which turn into you when fully ripened. You need... So, these clones of you act as separate entities. You do not control them. However, you can make as many of them as you want, so long as it does not exceed your proficiency plus your constitution modifier, and they do not need to eat or sleep. What do you think?
Okay. Oh. What is the timer for this?
So, the timer for this is a day.
Yeah.
The tree takes a day to grow, and the fruit bears the next day, in the morning. So every sunrise or sunset, you will get one clone. These clones have all of your stats, and all of your abilities, with the exception of this quirk. This is a 200-point quirk, so you can roll for a second one. What that means for everybody at home is that These quirks are put onto a chart, and if they do not exceed 400 points, he can have a second, or a third, or a fourth, so long as he doesn't go over 400 points. So, would you like to roll for a second quirk?
Dear Lord. That's weird. Okay. So I don't have control of these. And
They do listen to you,
I
though.
don't need to eat or sleep. They'll listen to me, but I don't have like control.
Yeah, as a player, you do not have control.
Okay. So they have my exact stats, as in my HP, like they're not like twice.
No, they're not. They're not any different from you, other than the fact that they cannot reproduce. So, you're gonna take the quirk?
I'm taking that quirk.
Would you like to roll for a second?
I would like to roll for a second quirk.
The reason I'm asking him is because they can actually make their own quirks on the chart, although they usually don't do that.
We have done it a little bit.
With
Seraphim actually made
Seraphim.
his second quirk.
Yes, that is true. He made his musical quirk.
Yeah.
Go right ahead and see what we got here.
116.
Okay.
High and low.
16, what is this one? At least this one has an easier name to pronounce. Gemborn.
Oh.
Gemborn. Okay. Well, here's what this
Gemborn.
does. This one's very simple, actually. You are wearing a necklace. This necklace you wear everywhere. It's directly part of your skin. It's connected to you. This cannot be removed from your inventory unless it is willing. Unless it is willingly removed by you from your inventory.
Yeah.
However, you die within 60 seconds if this necklace is removed from you.
Okay.
But if any creature, including you, touches the necklace while it is not on you, you can immediately take over their body and gain their stats and character sheet. However, your original body dies. This does involve a saving throw, and if they pass the saving throw, you die. Got it?
Okay.
However, you keep this quirk, but all other quirks that you have are transferred into theirs. You just get their quirks.
Okay. I wouldn't keep my other quirk though, right?
No, you would not.
This really went from a hero to a villain really
Very
fast.
quickly,
This went
yes.
really extremely quickly. This went from being a very, very, very good hero to a very, very, very good villain.
Yes, so
Oh
this...
my gosh.
It's kind of a lesser form of immortality. So long as they pass that save, you die, but so long as they fail the saving throw, you just get their entire body as well as their entire character sheet.
Wait a minute.
Including ability skills.
Wait a minute.
But you do not keep yours.
So... my other gods
Mm-hmm.
can use this quirk.
Indeed.
Oh dear lord. Oh dear, it is all coming together. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm taking that.
Alright. Let's get those onto your character sheet now. We can write them down. Then we can get to your
Holy
backstory rolls.
shit.
At this point, we're going to roll your powerful family relations. Roll me a 1d100. Let's see who in your family stands out to you specifically. Go ahead.
47. Oh my gosh, can I only roll in the 40s?
A 47, you say?
Yes.
Pick one family member, mother or father.
Mom.
You and this family member have a friendly rivalry for who can make
mom.
the better decisions in life.
Okay.
What a rivalry.
Indeed.
I literally brought us up into a mansion. That's all I gotta say.
Pick one quirk you have.
Tree.
You and this person have been having a decision competition with this quirk to see who can use it best. Amazing. Write that down.
I literally brought myself into a mansion. That's all I gotta say.
Next one up. You get your allies and your rivals. Would you like an ally or a rival?
I already have.
Would you like another one?
Oh, would I?
If you would, roll me a
You
1d2.
can.
If you don't, if you do. If not, you gain one ally.
Ally.
Roll me a 1d100 for the ally.
58.
It's... Oh.
It's an enemy.
It's someone convinced that you are special.
Oh.
This person is convinced that the abilities and the quirks you have are meant to save humanity one day. They always keep their distance, but usually cheer for you on the sidelines. They'll do anything for you so long as it does not put them in harm's way directly. Roll me a 1d12 and a 1d100 to find out occupation and quirk.
11. 25.
Alright. They are a politician.
Oh, it's this again.
and
High
their
places.
and their quirk. Oh my god! They got Eve's mom's quirk.
It's Eve's mom!
Oh god.
No, she's dead. But
Nah,
They
she
got-
did, bro.
they got Eve's mom's quirk. They have super processing.
They're
What is
really
that?
good at math.
There's just a computer got it.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
They have a really super powerful processing quirk that allows them to process statistics and mathematics within
So
hundredths of a
they're saying,
millisecond.
they're saying statistically, I'm very likely to save the Earth.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Or end it. It's up to you.
Or
Hey,
end
you
it.
know, whatever happens, happens.
Listen, remember, guys at home, never be afraid to allow your PCs to be evil. I love me some evil PCs. Because in the end of the day, I'm the evil one here. So, moving on. Time for your second ally. Roll it. 1D.
Aye, Captain. 34, that's so mid.
This person owes you money. You won
Okay.
against them. You won against them in a gambling match, and now they owe you money. They owe you $50. Although
That does not
they-
track at all.
what?
This person owes him money.
Yep, $50.
Whole $50.
What the fuck?
Roll me a 1d10, 1d12 to decide. Yep, you know what to do. They are homeless and they have the bloodletting quirk. Okay.
Okay.
They just cause people to bleed for no reason around them. All right, moving on.
You know what? Nosebleed.
Specifically, they have bleed damage attached to everything they do, including skill checks
Oh,
within a
oh.
radius. So if they're in a radius of you and they make a stealth roll, you take bleeding damage.
That is
Gonna suck
so
dick.
bad.
Alright, I never said all quirks were good. So, you ready for the next one? Time for the rivals 1d100.
24. I'm rolling really low.
This person loved you at one point, but you broke their
Oh,
heart.
It's your mom.
No,
shut up.
it's a 1d12.
12.
It's a member of the military.
3!
So this person loved you at one point, but you broke their heart. Now they want you to feel the same exact pain. They are a member of the military. They have the Kabam quirk.
Oh.
Sucks to be you.
So what happened here? Usually I like to force the players to decide what exactly happened and explain backstory reasons for stuff. So what happened here? What happened?
What
You
didn't
stepped on his chick.
I had to focus on work to give myself a better lifestyle. Me and my
Mm.
family a better lifestyle. And she hated me for it. Because I spent so much time working.
All right. Next up, someone in the military has a, limited time to themselves, And when you're not there during that time, it's a little bit difficult. All right, next up, roll me another rival.
81.
Don't even, just roll me a D100. Don't even roll me a D12. They don't need to.
Oh. 93.
They have the leech quirk. Perfect. This is an animal.
Excuse me?
This is an animal. How they have a quirk, that's up to you. But this is an animal which frequently stalks and harasses you everywhere you go. It will follow you across continents and across oceans.
Is it a raccoon?
Well, we actually roll to see what it is. It's a 1d12.
I'm begging you that it is a raccoon.
What
Oh,
does
fucking
it have
badger.
to be a raccoon?
It's a bear.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is a brown bear.
Bruh, you're gonna get pulled up on by a fucking brown bear.
It is a brown bear.
Can we make it a
Brown bear
badger?
in Canada? Oh, you're screwed.
It's probably a half-breed. Okay, so why does this bear hate you?
I don't know. I know. Right.
You open up
I
your
was
door,
out
it's like,
there. I was out
a bear
there. I
drops
was
from the
out there.
ceiling.
No, I was out there fishing. I caught me a trout, and the bear didn't like that.
No, it's actually one of your clones that accidentally let a bear touch the necklace.
It's a bear.
The
Well,
bears
that's
and
Yes.
views of life.
that is very beautiful. All right, now that allies and rivals are done, we go into fateful moments. These are basically like life events, but more extreme. These, audience, will be some crazy stuff. Sometimes they're really simple, just gives you a skill. Others that take away your limbs. Let's roll it out now. Roll
Come
me
on, lose an arm.
6d20.
15, 15, 5, 3, 2.
Okay, pick one of your senses. Wow, that's actually funny. You got a 3 and a 2. Damn. Pick 2 of your senses.
Sight and touch.
You should not have said that. Alright, you gain the keen sight feature.
Okay.
You also lose all touch.
That's funny.
Let me tell you what that does in a sec. So first of all, the 3 was you gain, pick one of your senses. You gain the keen ability tied to that sense. You have keen sight.
Hey, that means you got advantage on perception checks. If I remember.
But this losing
literally
the touch
can't feel
sensation
anything.
gives me disadvantage on dexterity and all physical checks.
How do you walk? You physically can't feel yourself walking.
You don't feel it, but you just
Do it.
reflexively.
Yeah,
I-
so a 2, you were born without one of your senses. Somehow your brain is unfortunately messed up neurologically in some way. Your neurons don't connect properly to your spine, and you were born without the sense of touch.
Oh, dude, that really fucking sucks for you.
Really fucking sucks for me because
No,
that gives me
It mainly sucks
disadvantage on
because
everything.
whenever you get hurt, you don't know you got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That makes dying a lot easier.
There's very few cases of this. Like, there's an actual
I
disease
know.
where you,
I know.
and the people who have it typically don't last very long because they end up fucking dying because they can't tell when something's wrong.
Because of like cancer or some shit. Because they're just like da 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 da, and
not
they
even
have some
cancer, dude,
disease
it's
that's like
like-
killing them.
Fire. It's just like these
Internal
common
bleeding.
things,
No,
like getting
not that.
stabbed by
No,
like pins
like-
and shit.
It's disease. Disease is normally what does it because they don't know that they're sick. They just fucking die. They just drop dead one day.
Indeed. So you have that. So let me tell you what losing your sense of touch does. You have disadvantage on athletics. Basically, anything that involves strength
School checks.
or dex, including
Okay.
saving throws. Strength and dex, you have
Yep.
disadvantage on those.
Does that include initiative?
It does. However, you are completely immune to psychic damage.
Psychic.
Well,
That's so weird.
Well,
you
good
have.
thing you have resistance already.
You know what's great? Wait, does it heal from psychic damage? though?
Yes, he heals 2d4 from psychic damage. Yes. So in my campaigns, what I like to do is if you stack immunities and resistances, you heal another 2d4 for every time you take the damage. So there you go. Let's go over the rest of your life events. A 5. Let's go over the 215s, shall we? The 215s, let's see here. You're ready for these, right?
I'm the captain.
Are you recording now?
Yes. The 215s. Alright, you get... Wow. 20,000 USD.
And then you get mugged.
No, so randomly in an alleyway underneath a dumpster, you found 20,000 USD in a paper bag. You took it home with you, and nothing ever came of it.
Free money.
You get 20,000 USD. All right.
Is that for one of the 15s or both?
It's for both. It's well, 10,000 for each. So 20,000.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of figuring.
The 5.
See,
Oh, you have an addiction.
it happened on 2 separate occasions.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
What are you addicted to? Come on, heroin.
That's one. That's one of them. So, roll me a d10.
Come on, heroin.
Give
Crystal
me a
meth
1. Give me a
even.
1. Please give me a 1. Please give me a 1.
What is a 10?
A 10.
Oh my gosh.
A 10 is XXX.
Porn addiction?
7.
Okay, you were addicted to. Come on. Ah! You're addicted to weed.
Damn it!
What does that mean?
So it's an addiction. So unless you have weed and take it every 8 hours, you suffer the effects of withdrawal permanently.
Like, I can't even just... you can just withstand it, right?
Yeah,
Eventually the withdrawal goes away.
yeah, but there's certain things in character you have to do for that. We'll get to that later. But how addiction works...
You have to go to therapy?
is-
Detox.
Yes, you do. You have to go to detox and rehab. So,
Hell.
basically how this... it's not too bad. You just gain disadvantage on wisdom and intelligence saving throws.
Okay.
Mans would have disadvantage on 2/3 of his saves.
He would. All right, and finally, here we go. And finally, the 18. You ended up joining a traveling circus for a while.
Oh my gosh.
And
You
that's
were-
where you met the bear.
You were an entertainer in a traveling circus for many, many years. Roll me a 1d4 to find out how long you were in the circus for. Go ahead. You were in the circus for 3 years. You learn athletics and the acrobatics skills. You also learned the performance skill. There you go. Alright, time for your mysterious secret. Roll me a 1d20. Dead.
Oh my gosh.
You are 2 people.
Aw, split personality!
No,
Damn it.
you were 2 people. During the day, you are...
Oh, Jekyll and
yours-
Hyde situation.
Nope. During the day, you are yourself. During the night, You are randomly
Knight?
you are randomly transported to another person's body. You've been living out their nightlife for many years now. You're not exactly sure who they are, but all you can figure out is their name is Steve. This only happens when you were willingly going into it, however.
Okay.
You have to take a rest longer than 10 hours to activate this ability.
What the hell?
They are a level 1 peasant who is quirkless.
Quirkless.
Yes, I rolled their quirk. They don't have a quirk. They rolled a fucking 100.
L.
So they don't have a quirk. His name is Steve Colbang. Colbang? I didn't even know that was a name. Steve Colbang. Alright, there you go. Write it down.
This is horrible. This character has nothing going for him.
And
Good
finally,
thing it's backup character.
finally, with that, you actually do get a prophecy. Roll me a prophecy. Roll me a 1d20.
Great.
You will die by your own hands.
That's not.
That tracks.
That's not very good.
You know what's crazy? It's way more common for that to happen than someone killing them.
Yeah. You will
I
die.
choose suicide.
You will die by your own hands. You see a reflection of yourself in a pool of water one day, with yourself in your own hands, bleeding to death. You know this means you are your greatest enemy. Alright.
That's not very good.
That tracks.
There we go,
It's
ladies and
horrible, in
gentlemen.
fact.
That's how we make a character where I'm from. Now we would roll out his stats and everything, but I just wanted to show you guys the backstory rolls. Back to chalkboard shin. And that's the video. Before I leave you, I do want to do one last thing to help you. I want to recap. First step, session 0. Always important. I know it sucks to do, you can't play right away, but it's incredibly important. I also want to mention, these steps are interchangeable. You can do step 1, and that's always important, or you can do step 6 first, and create some NPCs in your world before the players even get in there, and start making some of their own, before they even make their player characters themselves. It's always up to you as a DM what to do, and you need to develop your own style. Step 2 is always like that. Step 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're all interchangeable, but I do it in this very order. So, thank you all so much for coming. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. I've got to go now. I gotta go, record some more D&D. See ya.